And today we'll see the third chapter, Information Technology and Organization. So in this chapter we'll try to see first what's information technology, then what's information system, then the different components of information technology. So first we'll try to see what's hardware, then what's programs, then people, then process, then we'll try to see also database management. So first, what's technology? Technology can be thought of as the application of scientific knowledge for practical purpose. If you use scientific knowledge for practical purposes or to solve business problem or other social problems, then we call it technology. So when you say technology, we have hardware, we have software, we have networks, and we have data. So when you say technology, we have 4 basic components. And when you say information system, we have 4 basic components. So the first component of information technology is hardware. And when you say hardware, it is a physical component of the technology or the physical part of any device. We call it hardware. And it's a part of us, we can say that you can touch and that you can see. We call it hardware. So computers, keyboards, disk drives are all examples of information system hardware. So when you say hardware, we have desktop computers, we have laptop, we have mobile phones, we have tablet computers, and also we have readers. So any physical part of a technology, we call it hardware. And we have different types of hardware. For example, we have storage devices, primary storage and secondary storage. And when you say primary storage, we have hard disks. Secondary storage, we have DVDs, CD-ROMs. And we have also input devices such as keyboards, mic, scanners, remote sensors, barcode readers, ማንኛውም ዳታ ወደ ኮምፒውተር ለማስገባት የሚያግዙ ነገሮች we call it input device. Any device that helps to enter into a computer system. We have also output device such as printers and also speakers. Input ካለ then we expect outputs. So for output we have printers and also speakers for sound. And the most important part or element of a computer system is central processing unit, which manipulates data and controls the computer system. So in computer system we have input, we have processing system, we have output. We have input devices, we have output devices, and also we have CPU or processing system. So we have this one, input devices and output devices, and we have CPU, and in CPU also we need storages, primary storage and also secondary storage devices, and we have output. ሃርድዌር በምንገዛበት ጊዜ ምን ፋክተሮችን or ምን ቫሪያብሎችን ማየት ይጠበቅብናል። Decisions about purchasing computers are usually made by an organization's IT professionals or with the help of consulting firm. IT department ብቻውን ሊገዛ ይችላል or with support of a consulting firm. But surveys show an increasing trend of involving other employees in the decision-making process. If you involve employees or managers at different levels of the organization, then we can increase the satisfaction of employees or the utilization of such devices. So the first factor is that the equipment's power. First we have to check the equipment's power, the power of the equipment. When you say the power of the equipment, we have to check the speed of the computer. And when you say the speed of the computer, for example, Core i3, Core i5, just like so, we have to consider such one. And its memory size, the size of the memory. Random access memory, we have to check it. 4GB ሊኖረን ይችላል, 8GB ሊኖረን ይችላል. So we have to check such one. And also internal storage device, 250 gigabyte, 500 gigabyte, 1 terabyte, just like this. So we have to consider such factors when you purchase any equipment, and we call it the equipment's power. Second, we have to see expansion slots. Computer should have enough slots to add circuitry cards for additional purpose. Computer ገዙ ያን ኮምፒውተር ወደ ቴሌቪዥን መቀየር ብፈልግ additional circuit አለው ወይ? So such one we call it expansion slots. So we have to consider such one also. Third, we have to see the number and type of external ports, the number of ports. Ports are sockets used to connect a computer to external device. And the computer ከexternal device ጋር የምናገናኝበት port we call it socket or ports. So ፎር ኤግዛምፕል ፕሪንተር ለማገናኘት፣ ሃርድ ዲስክ ለማግኘት፣ ስካነርስ፣ ሪሞት ኪቦርድስ፣ ፖይንተርስ፣ ኮሚኒኬሽን ዲቫይስ እነዚህ በሙሉ ከኮምፒውተር ጋር ለማገናኘት ዊ ኒድ ኤ ፖርት። ሶ ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ቼክ ዘ ነምበር ኦፍ ፖርት፣ ምን ያህል ፖርት አለው፣ ታይፑ ምን አይነት ነው የሚለው ማየት ይጠበቅብናል። ሶ ኢፍ ዩ ሃቭ ሞር ፖርትስ ዘን ሰች ዋን ጊቭስ ሞር ፍሌክሲቢሊቲ። ሶ ዘ ግሬተር ዘ ነምበር ኦፍ ዩኤስቢ ፖርት ዘ ሞር ኤክስተርናል ዲቫይስ ካን ቢ አደድ አት ዘ ሴም ታይም። ብዙ ፖርት ካለው አት ዘ ሴም ታይም ብዙ ዲቫይሶችን መጨመር እንችላለን። ዘን ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ቼክ ኦልሶ ዘ ሞኒተር ታይፕ ኤንድ ሪዞሉሽን፣ ዘ ታይፕ ኦፍ ዘ ሞኒተር ሃይ ሪዞሉሽን ኦር ሎ ሪዞሉሽን፣ ኤችዲ ነው ወይስ አይደለም የሚለው ኮንሲደር ማድረግ ይጠበቅብናል። ሃይ ሪዞሉሽን ኢዝ ሞር ፕሊዚንግ ኤንድ ሌስ ስትሬኒንግ ሳይዝ። ኤችዲ ከሆነ አይናችን የመጉዳት ፕሮባቢሊቲ ይቀንሳል። ኦር ላርጅ ሞኒተርስ ኦር ስሞል ሞኒተርስ፣ ላርጅ ሞኒተር ከሆነ አት ዘ ሴም ታይም ብዙ ነገሮችን መክፈት እንችላለን። ሶ ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ኮንሲደር ዘ ሞኒተር ታይፕ ኤንድ ሪዞሉሽን። ዘ አዘር ዋን ኢዝ ኤርጎኖሚክስ፣ ዘ ሴፍቲ ኦፍ ዘ ኢኩፕመንት። ኤርጎኖሚክ ኢኩፕመንት ዳዝንት ስትሬን ዘ ባክ አርምስ አይስ። ፎር ኤግዛምፕል ወርኪንግ ዊዝ ዘ ኪቦርድ መስት ቢ ኮምፎርታብል። ረጅም ሰዓት ከኪቦርድ ጋር የምንሰራ ከሆነ ኮምፎርቴብል መሆን አለበት። ሶ ዌዘር ዘ ዲቫይስ ኮምፎርቴብል ኦር ዘ ኪቦርድ ኢዝ ኮምፎርቴብል ኦር ኖት ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ቼክ ሰች ዋን። ሶ ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ቼክ ዘ ኤርጎኖሚክ ኦፍ ዘ ኢኩፕመንት። ዘ አዘር ዋን ኢዝ ዘ ኮምፓቲቢሊቲ ኦፍ ዘ ኢኩፕመንት። IT managers must ensure that new device will integrate with existing hardware, software and also networks. አዲስ የምንገዛው ሶፍትዌር ከነበረው ሶፍትዌር ጋር ኮምፓቲብል መሆን አለበት። አዲስ ሶፍትዌር ገዝተን ካለው ኦር አዲስ ሃርድዌር ገዝተን ካለው ሃርድዌር ካለው ሶፍትዌር ካለው ኔትወርክ ጋር ማሄድ ከሆነ አስቸጋሪ ነው የሚሆነው። ሶ ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ኮንሲደር ዘ ኤግዚስቲንግ ሃርድዌር ሶፍትዌር ኤንድ ኦልሶ ኔትወርክስ። ኤኒ ኮምፒውተር ማይት ሃቭ ኤ ዲፈረንት ኦፕሬቲንግ ሲስተም ኦር ኢንተርናል አርኪቴክቸር። ሶ ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ኮንሲደር ሰች ዋን። And if it is used to be to host an important application, care must be taken to ensure that the application will run on the new machine. So we have to consider the backward compatibility. የአዲስ የምንገዛው ዲቫይስ ከነበረው ዲቫይስ ጋር ኮምፓቲብል ነው ወይስ አይደለም። ሶ ዊ ኮል ኢት ባክዋርድ ኮምፓቲቢሊቲ። ሶ ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ኮንሲደር ሰች ዋን። ዘ አዘር ዋን ኢዝ ዘ ሃርድዌር ፉትፕሪንት። ኢፍ ስፔስ ስኬርስ you might want to consider the size of the computer and its proper equipment. ኮምፒውተሩ የሚይዘው ኤሪያ ዊ ኮል ኢት ፉትፕሪንት። ዘ ፉትፕሪንት ኢዝ ኤሪያ ዛት ዮር ኮምፒውተር ኦኩፓይስ። ኤ ስሞለር ፉትፕሪንት ሊቭስ ሞር ዲስክ ስፔስ ፎር አዘር ዲቫይስ። ሶ ትንሽ ዲቫይስ የምንገዛ ከሆነ ብዙ ዲቫይሶችን ማስቀመጥ እንችላለን። የምንገዛው ዲቫይስ ፉትፕሪንቱ ከፍተኛ ከሆነ ግን ብዙ ስፔስ ሊወስድብን ይችላል። and this is one of the major reasons for adopting flat panel monitors when they first appeared on the market. ፍላት ፓናል ወይም ደግሞ ኤልሲዲ ኤልኢዲ የምንላቸው ፍላት ቴሌቪዥኖች የመጡበት ዋናው ምክንያት ስፔስን ሴቭ ለማድረግ ነው። The other one is we have to check the reliability of the vendor, the warranty policy and the support given after the warranty expires. ሰፕላየሩ ኦር ቬንደሩ ሪላያብል ነው ወይ፣ ዋረንቲ ፖሊሲ አለው ወይ፣ አንድ ኦልሶ ሰፖርት ይሰጣል ወይ፣ ኤክስፓየር ካረገ በኋላ ዋረንቲ ዊ ሃቭ ቱ 24 አወር ዌብሳይታቸው ይሰራል። ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ኮንሲደር ሰች ዋን። ፓወር ኮንሳምፕሽን ኤንድ ኖይዝ ኦልሶ ኮምፒውተር ዛት ኮንሱም ለስ ፓወር ሄልፕ ሴቭ መኒ ኦን ኤሌክትሪሲቲ ኤንድ ዩዥዋሊ ኦልሶ ጊቭ ኦፍ ለስ ሂት። ትንሽ ፓወር የሚጠቀም ከሆነ ብርን ሴቭ ማድረግ እንችላለን። አዘ ሴም ታይም ኦልሶ የመሟቁ ፕሮባቢሊቲ በጣም ዝቅተኛ ነው። ሶ ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ኮንሲደር ሰች ታይፕ ኦፍ ኢኩፕመንትስ። ኮምፒውተርስ ዩዝ ፋንስ ቱ ኩል ዳውን ዘ ሰርኩተሪ ኤንድ ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ቼክ ኦልሶ ዘ ኖይዝ። ድምጽ ያሰማል ወይስ? አንዳንድ ቦታዎች አይታችሁ ከሆነ ኮምፒውተሮች በጣም ይጮሃሉ። ኮምፒውተሮች በሚጮህበት ጊዜ ስራ አካባቢ የስራ ኤንቫይሮንመንትን ሊበክሉ ይችላሉ፣ አቴንሽን ሊወስዱ ይችላሉ። ሶ ዊ ሃቭ ቱ ቼክ ሰች ዋን ኦልሶ። ዘ አዘር ዋን ኢዝ ኮስት። ዊ ሃቭ ቱ consider cost. All of the preceding factors or 9 factors must be weighted against cost. Careful study might yield hardware with excellent performance for affordable price. So we have to see our budget and also the price of the equipment. So when you purchase new hardware for a business enterprise, we have to consider such factors or 10 most important variables. The second component of information technology, software or programs. Software is a set of instructions that tells the hardware what to do. It's a set of instructions, a set of 0 and 1 that tells the hardware what to do. Hardware ምን መስራት እንዳለበት ኢንስትራክት የሚያደርገው ፓርት we call it software. And such software is created through the process of programming. There are different types of programming techniques, C++, Java, just like that. So through such process we can create softwares. Without software the hardware would not be functional. So we need a software. And we have two types of software, operating system software and application software. Operating system manages the hardware and creates the interface between the hardware and the user. Manages the resources of the computer such as CPU, communication links and also output device. And application software is specific type of software